Hi, this is Vishal and today I'm gonna teach you how to make art with a cyberpunk theme. This video is going to be very long, but believe me, you're going to learn a lot of things with the help of only this video. So without wasting any more time, let's start with it. So I started with this image and we are going to transform our subject into a cyberpunk, and I will be making some of the robotic parts from different images like Transformer, Iron Man, and when you mask the image, just add it to your human body, I mean the subject. And you can adjust it by using some tools like a wrap tool, distort tool, and these tools you will get when you will hit the shortcut Ctrl plus T on your keyboard. So as you can see my methods how am I doing it, in the same way you can do it. So because I'm repeating the same thing again and again, I'm going to speed up this video, so this will save your time. Also, I'm using here some textures to get the real feel of metallic. You can get the link in the description. And now this thing will look very weird to you, but believe me, this will give more cyberpunk feel to image when you will see the whole image in the end. So what I did here is I took the clone stamp tool to erase the hair. Okay, so just select your target from the subject and just to erase the hair, just apply on that particular portion or on the particular shape. So now just watch it how I am doing here and then start doing in the same way. Just do it slowly, don't rush, because you have to give a shape to this head. Alright, so you don't have to rush. So I'm done with this, and then I took this cyborg image and I added to here and then adjusted again with the wrap tool. Hit the shortcut key Ctrl+T to get the wrap tool. And again you will get this image in my description, so check the description link for downloads. Also, we will be adding some colors to our robotic parts. So for me, I have chosen here red and some cyan color. If you want to, you can use your own color of choice. But for me, it's good. And by using the same technique, you can start adding the colors. And now I'm going to mask this car and we will add this in our background. Also, I have took here a funky print to add it to the car, so you can clip mask to car and start erasing where you don't want the print. Alright, so just watch it and do in the same way. It's super easy. And after doing this, just took an image for my surface and just check the perspective of that image you are taking, or if you are just going through what I'm doing, just doing the same way. Just hit the Control T again for the transforming and go to the perspective, and so from there you can change the perspective of your any image. So whenever you create a cyberpunk image, just remember one thing: you want neon everywhere. So just because of the neon, I took this background because there are so many lights to see here. So just decreasing here with the hue and saturation. And then decrease the highlight of this car and start adding some shadows with the help of this curve tool. Now we will be adding some glow in our background, but before that we will be adding some depth to our background. So just go to the blur and then field blur and do in the same way to achieve the results. You will see here some points. So you have to just add the points everywhere and you have to just choose how much blur you want. If you want, I will definitely make a tutorial on this specific. let's go to the dodge and burn. But again, to use the dodge and burn, just take a new layer. Also, we have to add some smoke effect here in the background again. You will get the link in the description. Just change the blending mode to screens to remove the black background, and to remove those sharp edges, just erase those edges or mask those edges. And now you can start adding the glow. Just choose the color of the glow and take a new layer blending mode to the screen, and now paint it. Just remember one thing, your opacity should be 100% and your flow to be 2%. Then again I will taking the curve layer and decrease the highlight. So by this way we will be creating shadow for the car as well. Also, we will be adding the reflection of the car here because there is the water. So I will be adding the reflection. So to get the reflection, you have to first duplicate your image by hitting Ctrl+J on your keyboard if you are using Photoshop CC, and then flip vertical by pressing Ctrl+T. By Ctrl+T you will get the transform option, and then you will get the flip vertical option, and then you can just select that option and then adjust it by using Ctrl+T again. And now for this reflection, to make it more real, we will be adding the motion blur to our reflection. So just go to the blur and then motion blur and do in the same way I'm doing, and you will get the results. So I hope you will be enjoying this video. Keep watching till the end, you will got to learn more. And let's take a new layer, fill this layer with the black and select the blending mode to the color dodge. And we will be painting on this layer to get some more glowing lights here. Now just check the gradient and just choose color like I'm doing here, and now move it to where you want to add, but choose the gradient to the radial option only. So now let's add some more shadows in our subject by using the dodge and burn layer like this. Yeah, we can do this. And while using the dodge and burn layer, remember one thing, your saturation should be less for red, because if you don't do that, the shadows will look very weird for your image. And now let's remove those highlights from our robotic parts again by using the curves. By highlights, I mean those bright parts which you can actually check in our here in those area, and it's looking very weird here. So I'm again using the curves here and just decrease the highlights to get the shadows. Again and again I'm doing the same thing as you can see here. And also I want some more shadows under that part, so if we will add their shadows, it will look more real. Like this, just add the shadows under every path. And also I'm going to erase these edges of those finger, because as you can see it's too much sharp, it's not blend as well. If you will work on this detail, you will actually able to see this. So I'm going to erase these edges. You can use the mask tool, or you can just simply use the eraser tool. So here I have just speed up some process that I am doing here again and again, just to save your time. If you want to watch it, you can adjust the YouTube playback settings to slow it down to something 0.5, and just don't listen to my voice because it will sound like too much robotic. And now I'm going to add some glows in those eyes. And now I'm choosing here the blue color by taking a new layer and selecting the blending mode to the screen on a new layer. Now again I'm doing the same thing here, just take a gradient with the radial option and take the color white, because we want to create the smoke effect here, and later we will be adding the smoke effect here. But for now, just create the gradient and then place it, so you can also change the opacity of that gradient if needed. And to work more in detail, we also want some rim lights to look more cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I will be taking a soft brush and increasing a little bit hardness of the brush. You can do it around 40% to 60%, that will be good, and then you can achieve that results. Also, you will be able to see here that I'm just erasing the highlights just to blend it properly and to give it more better shape. So in this way, you will get the more accuracy, more perfect your highlights will be if you will be creating this. For creating the highlights, you have to do actually more practice and practice, and then you will be able to create more perfect highlights. And now let's match the color on our right side of the subject. I'm picking up the blue color here, alright, and then the same way I'm creating the gradient to add some smoke effect here as well. Adding the curves layer here to get some bright part on our subject. You can also do it with the brightness layer, but I'm doing it with the curves layer. It's your choice which tool you have to take. Now just add the highlights where you see there is more lights coming up from. The more bright parts will be having more highlights over there. Now let's blend our car as well again. I have used here the adjustment layer curves to get some shadows in the same way as I did earlier in this video. Also, we have to match the color on the car, but to match the color, we have to take similar color with the background. And I'm adding the highlights here on the edge of the car, just doing the same way as I told you before. Also now we want to glow up those headlights, right? So this will actually give it more feel to our image. So I'm picking up here the white color. You can choose any color of your choice. You can also take the red color as well, but for me I'm just picking up here the white color for that. And I will change the blending mode to the screen to glow up, and by brush give those highlights the shape. But for me, I have already created it, so I'm going to use this one. And also now I'm going to add the motion blur to this car. And why I'm adding here the motion blur, why not the Gaussian blur? So the answer is to achieve the results here like this car is running. Alright, so let's add the motion blur. You can do it in the same way I'm doing here. Okay, so as you can see our subject edge, it's too much sharp, right? So I'm going to make it blur because the background is blurred, so the subject edge should be also blurred, not so much sharp. So you can take the blur tool and then start adding the blur on the edges. Then I have added these sparks here, and you can change the color of those sparks by going to the hue and saturation and then going to the colorize option. Now from here you can change the color you want and see, you will get the results. Also, I want to add the Gaussian blur to this spark because I want to match this with my background, because our background is also blurred. So I will also make my spark a little bit blurred to match it with the background. And now I have already used here the camera raw filter, as you can see. So I will make a specific tutorial someday on the camera raw filter, but for now you can just actually see the settings of those of the camera raw filter. And now we will be adding the glitch in our whole image. This is the craziest thing. I actually love to do it. So to do this, just duplicate your image, and by hitting Ctrl J you will be able to duplicate your image, and then select your image, go to the channels, just follow up these steps. After doing it, when it comes to apply those glitches, you can go to the layer panel back and just hit the mask option to achieve the results. And now we are almost done. Just the final step we have to do is to adjust the curves layer. In this way you will be able to blend more to your image. Alright. So yes, we have now created what we want. Congratulations to you guys for doing so much hard work. I hope you will be able to understand this, and I will see you in the next video. Also, let me know in the comments section if you learned something new. Alright, and goodbye. Stay safe, stay healthy.